Hi, I'm Mark Dice, and welcome back to Let's Play Baroque. And I'm getting excessive retardo slowdown. There we go. Still kind of slow. Can you speed up? Oh, I'm lethargic. Derp. There we go. I was like, this is some hardcore lag. Nope. Hello. No, don't flick through swords like that. Alright. Take that. Take that, and please don't throw a bone. Okay. I don't need a common sword. I do need a crystal sword. I don't know what the other sword is, but I want it. Whatever it is. Here, have a protector. Thanks for the seed. Leather. Beast. I got a beast coat for it. Thank you. Thank you. I'll give you glass wings. I don't need them. And I don't know what these imitation wings are, so I'm not going to give them to you. But I will give you a frost sword. Yes. Give me all the seeds, even though half of them are probably rotten. Alright, I have a beast coat, and nothing else I can give you, so piss off. Well, I know he's headed down that way, so... But, I don't know, it's the same thing, too. Like, I had a friend, who I probably already mentioned this, who got a PS2, or had a PlayStation 1, and we used to play all the games, because he had a really nice job. And then, oh, actually, Protector should have a no brand, yeah, let's unbrand that bastard. He had a really good job, so he'd play all sorts of PlayStation games, and we were like loving him. And then his friend, for his birthday, which, first of all, you just don't do this. He traded in his roommate, the one who had the PlayStation, traded in his PlayStation and all the games and got a Dreamcast and 2 games. I was like, that motherfucker just jacking the beanstalk to you, came home with some magic fucking beans. But instead of a cow, it was a PlayStation. And instead of beans being magic, they were a piece of crap. But he got a Dreamcast, and it was okay. I mean, Dreamcast really... It's only good games for, like, a fast-loading Mortal Kombat, which was pretty damn awesome. And, yeah, I don't want the ice world. Of course, it's fishing games. And Power Stone. I don't know if I already said Power Stone, but either way, that was like their library of the best possible games you could get for that system, but it was mostly unmemorable. I should put up a lust count. How many times I'm all lusty, hot and bothered in this dungeon. But yeah, so he got him the Dreamcast, and I was like, oh, boy. Like, you just don't take a man's games and trade them all in. Oh, I'm lethargic too. Yeah, I figured I couldn't hold the unbrand. Forever in lust. No seal slapping. I just talked to you about the seal slapping. None of that shit. Fucking serious. I walked right in that one, so I kinda had it coming. But, yeah, so he traded in all the games, and, ended up, that's right after when the piracy thing leaked out and the Dreamcast went under. So, yeah, he never got a PlayStation 2. My buddy used to bring the PlayStation 2 over, because I told him he should get a PlayStation 2, because then we could play Tekken on it. We used to play Tekken 3 like a boss. And, I don't know. It was a sad, sad day. And basically he lost out on the deal, because he went to trade in his Dreamcast, and didn't even get back the money he would have gotten if he had traded in PlayStation games. Like all of his PlayStation games and systems, he probably would have gotten more money by not getting the Dreamcast in the first place, because he just lost out hardcore. But anyway, do I have an unbrand on me? Good. I only really need one, in case I screw something up, or brand myself with something and get something better. But anyway, so yeah, that was my only experience with Dreamcast. Oh, and my other friend's one setting on fire when he left it on for like 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, not a good idea. But I don't know. And then Xbox came, and I only really liked 2 games for Xbox. I had gotten one after like much hating on it, and my manager at GameStop loved Xbox. It was like his bonerific thing. And I was like, first of all, like, I was playing other games online, and I was like, you know, like, pretty much, I was like, why should I pay for something that I can get for free elsewhere? Like, that's fucking logic. And it wasn't like it was any better at the time. Like, frankly, Xbox Live was still, like, in its infancy. And I don't really need, like, cross-player friend support and all that shit. Like, the whole point of online games is to meet new people and work out dynamics. And if you meet a friend through a game, I don't mind meeting that friend through a game. But if you want to meet them in another game, then just send them like fucking message them through the other game. Or if you have a general messenger, a way to get in contact with them, then just get in contact with them and tell them, hey, dude, do you have this game? But I don't need like a huge overarching thing. Recovery D. Oh, hi, Warp Bones. Must eat the Warp Bones again. Oh, no effect. Alright, health is full. Let's go. And also, my Xbox burnout. Like... Oh wow, I'm all the way at the other end of the map. My Xbox burned out after like 3 months. So I pretty much played all the games that I really wanted to play. And, yeah. I also went to a friend's house because he was like, oh, forget playing, you know, Tekken Tag or anything. I got DOA. Let's play DOA. And we went to his house to play DOA, and like, I ended up playing with a bunch of people, and you know, being able to practice because they had a bunch of Xboxes or whatever. And I hated it. Like, button mashing wins out the game every single time. Like, even if you memorize the characters and use strategies or whatever, inevitably button mashing still wins. Like in Tekken, you can punish the hell out of a button masher just by predictability. But like DOA is just a button mash fest. There is no technique required to be good at that game. And it's not even like you're really good at it. It's just, I don't know. It's pretty crappy. It's just like, look, overly jiggly titties everywhere. Look at these over jiggly titties. Can you guys not get enough of these overly jiggly titties? Like, that's all the game really screamed at me. There you go. I'm satisfied with that result. So, I don't know. I just felt like it was a waste of a night. Like, it was fun and all playing with other people, but like, most of the people had never played DOA before, and we spent most of our time making fun of how retarded it was. And like, I don't know. Like, most of those things, like, my cousin and I played like a night of Halo and beat it in a night. We just like beasted our way through it, and I was just like, oh yeah, shooting more flood. Yay, they're everywhere. Yay. Yay, more of them. Yay, even more of them. Like, it just felt so repetitive. And like, the story I had read like a million times. It's just like the same typical story. Like, nothing special about it. And it was really like, it's the same way that it kind of trademarked the system well. It's like, oh, well, it has Halo. But I've never liked it. Never. And I know I've said that probably like 80 times. But I've been in situations where I've pretty much had to play Halo with other people. And like, yeah, playing with multiple people is great. The only problem is that inevitably it just becomes a sniper rifle, rocket launcher, and pistol fest. Like, the atypical noob combo where you get the charged weapon in one hand and then you shoot them in the head with a pistol and they drop dead. Like, it always ends up that way. Like, vehicles are essentially useless because the sniper just kills you instantly. You know, it just becomes ridiculous. And, I don't know, there's no balancing in it. And, like, it's not ever about talent, it's about who knows the map better, not how you do stuff. Like, team tactics do take you quite a long way, but, like, one guy with a rocket launcher can just kill your whole team just because someone missed a sniper shot. Like, stupid. And, I don't know. And there's too much, like, big purple and pink phallic-shaped objects for me to really enjoy that game. It's just like, all I see everywhere is dick. And it's not because I'm always thinking about dick, it's because it's like, it looks like penises everywhere. And I don't know. Like, the later successive rehashes, which is pretty much all they are no better. Yeah, I'm gonna kill you. You gonna make me lethargic before I go to the next floor? Whoa! Critical hit, bitch. Oh no, and I'm pretty cynical about most video games. So... Oh, now I see why it does the negative, and why it's so high, because that's the size of my drive left. I see. Well played, recorder. But, ooh, what are you? Oh, recovery. I don't know. I mean, some people always complain that I'm just like a hater about games, but it's not even that I'm like a hater about games, it's just like, god damn. I think you put me in lust mode. Where are you? Come on. Alright, there we go. Thank you. Nope. I don't know. I also had a lot of friends who were like obsessed with Quake 3 Arena. Quake 3 Arena was a humongous piece of shit. Like, probably like one of the worst ID Software games ever come out. Which is hard to say, because ID Software comes out with a lot of great games. But it's true. Quake 3 Arena sucked. But, I'm breaking that so it can't be used against me, by the way. I don't know, and I was like never a huge fan of Xbox, and I played some Xbox 360 at a friend's house, and he's been through like 3 Xboxes now. And, like, I always found it funny that people don't ever argue games. They'll be like, the PS2 breaks all the time. No, You're like, well, my Xbox broke, so get over it. Anchor's items. Okay, yeah. It's a On Me brand. But it's like then, now, like, Xbox 360 breaks all over, and they're like, don't bring that up. Be like, it still has better games. And it's like, I don't know. I just find it kind of weird. Alright, do I have enough seeds? I have 2. Why not? Vitality's pretty damn high anyway. So, I don't know. I just think it's weird. And I don't think that a system breaking is necessarily like a don't buy point. I mean, yeah, PS2s broke fairly often. But, I mean, I've had 2. Like, I've had the same with the PS3s. Usually the first one I get early in the console generation and it inevitably fails on me. But I'm still enamored with it enough to buy another one. But, I don't know, I see no reason for me to own a 360 or to own a Wii. I just think that they're wastes of money for me. Alright, I have a life parasite. That's on me. Yeah. I think if you use the immobile thing, it will prevent them from stealing items from you. It's alright. I have another friend who is absolutely ridiculous. This guy... No, it was Sean. I was, again, guys who are chubby with goatees mixed up. Sean had owned 2 Nintendos when he was a kid. One of them just sparked out one day and never turned back on again. He'd only had it for like 2 months. And then he had another Nintendo system and the control port stopped working. So, yeah, he pretty much gave up on the original Nintendo. He got a Sega Genesis. And, oh, I want that. Get out of here. Eat that shit. Oh, it's just a glass sword? I didn't think glass swords were that strong. I will equip it on a later floor. I have 2 crystal swords? Holy shit. That is awesome. And, yeah, he breaks all systems. He had a PS1 and it stopped reading discs after like 2 weeks. I was like, seriously, you should just stop owning systems. So instead his, well, fiance at the time, bought a PlayStation and considered it like her PlayStation. Never broke. So he's like indubitably doomed. The guy Mike, who I always think about, he's cursed, but for a different reason. No matter what he does, whenever he eats a Milky Way, there's inevitably maggots on it, in it. And it's really weird because, like, it makes me paranoid to eat Milky Ways, but for some reason he's like, he insulted a carny lady or something and got a hex on him, but he always finds them, and it's really creepy. Because the worst part is he really likes Milky Ways, but he can't eat them. Like, I don't know whether he's just like a magician or some shit, and he happens to keep like a pocket full of maggots on him at all times, but he inevitably always finds maggots in his thing. Like, you can break one in half and be like, look, no maggots, and then he'll break it in half again and there'll be a maggot in it. It's really gross, and I didn't believe it, but I watched him do it in a convenience store. It was the creepiest thing ever. But it's always weird because he'll like stay away from Milky Ways, except when, you know, people are like, are you serious? And he'll break them apart. Fucking weird. Oh, Dr. Angelus. think I have to equip it.
The gun. Will you give me the gun?
Yes, I will.
Use this instead.
Fuck yeah. I don't know if I should use it or I should throw it back. I'll use it now. I think every time you give her a full one, she'll do that. Oh yeah, this is a consciousness.
Please save the littles in the cultivation lab. Save them with your purification powers.
Alright, what do I want to send back first? A crystal sword. Crystal swords aren't the greatest, but with long neck's crystal, they're really good. Or the bagged ones. Or bagged one. I don't remember which one is better. I think long neck is better. I think I've already been through this before. Oh, shooky nookie. What should I send back? I could send Churu, so that way I'll know if it's rotten, because I think it's never unidentified. I could send a double edge, because it's safe to open double edges outside. You could throw a glass sword, but it's rare. But I definitely want to send something back, because he has more than enough space right now. I might throw a twin box. But they're a pain in the ass to copy. Send a glass sword back. I have a feeling that that's probably going to be a waste in the long run, but it's identified now, so I think now if I pick up glass swords, they'll always be identified. I'm pretty sure. Fuck you, that's how many. I also owned a Jaguar for a little bit. Jaguars were an okay system. Like, I liked Iron Soldier, even though it was ugly as shit to play. But it's actually kind of fun, because you just stamped around with a mech destroying shit, which is, like, pretty awesome for a game at the time. There were very few games like it, so it was kind of nice. But I mean, how else was I supposed to destroy cities and, like, really feel it? But, anyway, and Aliens vs. Predator was pretty damn awesome. That's, like, the only game for that system. In reality, like, they're really, like, Valdia Sears skiing and snowboarding, which, like, pretty much everyone who I knew had Jaguar had, like, a copy of it, and it was really not that good. It was kind of disappointing, frankly, and I don't know. The other games I had were never that great, so I don't know, I only played it for a little bit, although I made a stupid trade, because I traded my TurboGrafx for it. But at least I got to play all the games on there. I just really wanted a Jaguar, and Jaguars were way too expensive, and they were getting hard to find, let alone most places stopped carrying their games, like, way ahead of time. They were like, oh, we know this shit's gonna fail. Which is funny, because I know a lot of people are like, Atari system will rule. Like, I know a lot of people who at the time were like, Jaguar is going to be the new system. Like, Nintendo, Super Nintendo is so dead because Jaguar is just going to rape it. And Jaguar did nothing of the kind. Also, that one had those buttons on the Jaguar, fucking annoying. Not that it had so many. I didn't mind the little number pad. It was helpful for, like, switching weapons or doing, like, dialogue options and stuff. It was more the fact that the buttons had, like, this raised lip on them. that was like this hard plastic raised lip, and like it was too small for even my fingers because I have like long, thin, creepy nightmare fingers. That even I would get like horrible rings on my thumb and stuff for playing it, and that was just like, it was so uncomfortable to play for extended periods of time. Ugh. And another one, the original Xbox controller, that fucking bear paw thing, that was like, seriously, it made the Jaguar controller look small. And that's a hard thing to do. But, those buttons, the like hard, rounded plastic, good lord, who thought of that one? I mean, I know they were trying to be different, make it look like cool and stuff, but like, it's stupid. So stupid. I think I already know what this fluid is. Let's wait 2 seconds. 1. Well, okay, like 4 seconds. Shut up. I still have the... Yeah, I still have the healing brand. Then again, my hit points have been like full, or like close to full. I don't think I've really gone into the yellow much in this. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of the Jaguar. Again, it was Aliens vs. Predator, and that was its only real game, other than Iron Soldier. So, I don't know. I have a Jaguar emulator, and I meant to play some of the games, but, they're a pain. I'm happy I have a toy box back in there. I wish they had like a Seraphia box. Actually, I think that you can do the same thing with a don't have box, because I think you can get Seraphias, or idea Sephiroths from don't have boxes. I'm not 100% sure though. Pretty sure though. But with this game, certainty is not there. And then oh god, I knew one person who had the CD attachment for Jaguar, and that was like you just threw your money down the toilet. Like, that's all I can say. You threw your money straight down the toilet. You didn't even bother to flush. You just like kicked open the toilet and threw it right down the drain of the toilet, and then put a toilet over it. And then you put a little sign next to it. But I can't think of any games on that at all. Like, off the top of my head, I can usually think of a game for just about every system, except for like maybe Wonder Swan. I only know like one person who had a friggin' Wonder Swan. So it already considers I'm in the yellow right now? That's fucking weird. I knew one person that had a Neo Geo, but like, the thing I hated about the Neo Geo machine he had, it was loud. Like, just the regular machine running, it had like an electronic whine to it that bothered me. And it didn't put me off getting the system, it was way too expensive. And, the games were like, I didn't even know where to get the games. Like, the kid who had it had lots, his parents had a lot of money, so. Oh, death. I want that. Oh, even better. I always worry that it's like a food or like a transmute, or the one that makes you drop all your items. Alright, a few more places to search. But I don't know. My experience with old console systems is very, like, it's very specific, I guess. Unlucky sword, don't need. So, I don't know. Like, I've had good times with other systems, and like, all video game systems are inherently good. There's something good about them, but like, for me specifically, there's a lot of systems that just don't have the staying power, the interest, or anything remotely fun for me to play. No. I figure as console generations go on, I don't see as much of a future for a lot of console games. Like, I think for casual players it'll become a bigger deal, but I think PC games, as always, will take a headway, because really we're getting back into that Sega Saturn kind of slump, where there's not really a great assortment of new games coming out. And like, God, Panzer Dragoon for Sega Saturn was like, when I saw the preview for that game and I played a Sega Saturn, I was like, oh, video games are dying. And they were for quite a long time. I mean, it wasn't until the PlayStation dug everybody out of the damn mud. But even though Nintendo 64 was out before then, but that really didn't interest me, and who cared? There's probably like, what, 8 people that were excited to launch a Nintendo 64. And none of them I give a shit about. I mean, I know, like, a lot of other systems did a lot of stupid things, like the 32X, but I didn't mind Doom on 32X. I mean, I got it for free, so... And actually, the one good thing about me owning a Sega Genesis was that when they started coming out with all their other stuff and people were, like, going out to get Super Nintendos, like, before there was, like, a GameStop, I would just, like, you know, like, I actually had a couple of Nintendo cartridges, and I had a Game Boy with a bunch of games, and I traded them for pretty much an entire library of Genesis games. There was all sorts of games. And, I think there was 2 Sega CD games in it. But I got all of them. You fuck. And, it was nice. I was living like a king for a little while there. I had all the games. And, like, the other thing I hate is that, like, I really hate sports games, and a lot of people I knew were really into sports games, like Madden, like early Madden, like Madden 94. And I have to say, the only one I really liked was the Mutant League games. They were at least entertaining. Alright, it would take me 3 seeds in order to get up to... what is this? Good, thank you. That helps. Yeah, it would still take 4 technically to get me all the way up. That only recovers hit points, which I don't know why I still have. Are there any other rooms from that room? Just this one. So let's map the loop. I don't know, I think in that trade was when I got Shining Force 2. And I never played Shining Force 2. I only had Shining in the Darkness and Shining Force. And I don't know, was not a big fan. mean, I liked it, but I think because I was so used to Sega CD, or Shining Force CD, that I just, I don't know, something about it bothered me. And I think it was the traveling, because I thought it was so unnecessary to actively walk to the next place. Like, not to be lazy, but it was just like, come on, do I really have to walk all the way back now? Like, is that really what you're going to make me do? Like, that's pretty stupid. And like the random encounters, which were nice to grind your characters, because that was a... What was this? Crystal Sword Dungeon? God damn. But, you know, and I hated like the random encounters were nice for grinding, but they got really obnoxious, especially when you had to like go back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, let's grab a special. I am losing vitality very quickly, and I do not like that. I don't really need that. I'd rather have special fluid. I want to feel special. I don't want a revolution. If I had like one vitality and one hit point, I probably would. Oh, hi. Oh, twin box. Let's just open the recovery box. Wait. Okay, good. Oh! Did I get 2 gold? I got gold and a trident? I wish I could, like, scroll back through the messages, but you can't. Who's getting another toy box? I'm getting another toy box. Oh, double-edged box? Get the fuck out of my inventory. There we go. Now I have room for all the things. I don't know. In some ways, I always feel like with video games, I'm counter to what a lot of people like. But I've always felt like a lot of people are, you know, casual gamers. They're looking for something in between school. They're not looking for the next Diablo or whatever. They're looking for, like, something that they can play for half an hour, get bored of it, and throw it away. And that's not the way I roll. That's never been the way that I really like playing video games or, you know, enjoy my things to be. And I especially don't like things that cost the same money, but one you get more out of. Never. I want this twin box really bad. How many unbrands do I have? I have 2. I don't need 2. Alright. What else do I have to do? This little alley. I have that one over there, but well, I haven't found the port yet, so let's just go fill that one in real quick. Yeah, I don't care about a revolution. Maybe if you throw it at him, I think it works the same way. Whoa, 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 whoa. He was sucking hit points that time. trident. And I'm well aware of your plights, Littles. Trying to go fix that. I don't know. I'm always surrounded with people that don't have the patience to, like, sit and play something out. And I guess in some ways video games have always told me that you must, like, kind of struggle against a situation until you get to where you want to go. I don't know. I've always felt that way with things anyway. But some people, like, you know, I can't figure a part out, so I'm just going to give up. Or, you know, whatever. And, like, yeah, I do that with games every once in a while, but if I'm really into a game, I will keep playing the shit out of it until I beat it. Like Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. I beat it once. Was it Nocturne? Maybe it was the Lucifer's Call version that I... No, I never got Lucifer's Call. I played it really hardcore just to get to where I was, and I'm pretty sure I quit in the maze, because that was just like, I had other games going on and stuff.
We can't return. It doesn't matter what Eliza does. No matter how many consciousness orbs she bears, we can't return. Ugh!
I thought you also opened up some consciousness orbs. Come on, baby, show me your consciousness orbs. Alright, where was it? It was up there. And I don't really care about it that much. Next time I get a consciousness orb, death's going in. But unfortunately, this is the end of another episode of Let's Play Baroque with me, Morik Dies. See you later.